That would be me. That would be me. And Mr. Mike. Do you think he needs a nose? This is Fun University. You can tell by my shirt. I am Mary Gunn. I'm going to properly introduce you, but we're going to make a card tonight. Talk about some awesome people. Not gossip. We're not going to gossip. We're going to celebrate some awesome people. I got a boatload of mail and who knows, some other surprises perhaps. But we will get this started. Thank you, Chatterboxes, for being here. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Mary Gunn. Welcome to Fun University. Hello, this is Mary Gunn, a Mary Gunn Fun founder and head professor of Fun University, where you are right now. Fun University is the campus version of Craft Roulette. What we do, and Craft Roulette is the ultimate paper crafting the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, which we do every Friday night at 6:30 Central Time on our sister YouTube channel, Craft Roulette. Yes, that's what we do. And we want to welcome our chatterboxes in the front row, back row, middle row. Got my eye on you back rowers. Yeah, I know you. You are popping gum, you are throwing spit wads, and you need to be careful. We're going to talk some serious card making here tonight. We've got a bunch of mail to show you. A couple of little cards we want to review. Our Pear Blossom Press products that this is the last week for them to be a spin sponsor on Craft Roulette, and it's been a fabulous experience, I think, for you guys to win prizes and for us to be able to give away their things. Isn't that great fun? I do have a card I never finished, and it does have lights, and maybe I'll show it to you tonight. Maybe you guys can get me over the hump. I definitely have a hump on it, and it's just can't quite do it. We are going to, this is 117, so we're going to talk about the parameters of 117, but we're going to do the achievement shout-outs for 116, because it gets so complicated. Timelines are so complicated, and my head starts to spin, but spin it shall. Mail call. Let's just go on down. Yeah, welcome. Oh, that's me again. Wrong button. Mail call. I'm supposed to maybe make a cute little picture for mail call, and I'm not sure what it will have on it, but I see something right here. There we go. Just clean up on aisle 4. Judy G, it's good to see you in the group. Hope you are doing well. Are you back home? Andy Zach, PJB Stamper, Christina is up in Sweden. Smurf is here. Cordelia's here. Oh, you guys are so sweet and wonderful. Linda is here. Lisa is here. Ha ha ha. We are one great group. This was my card. I can come in closer. There you go. This was my card from Friday night on 117. I did fix it up just a little bit, added some texture to it with some stamping up here, and then added some silver pen just to make it look a little bit more metallic. I think that's all I really pretty much did. But anyway, it turned out okay. Oh, and I trimmed this little guy because it was like, I'm here. I want you to look at me, and I didn't care. It was like, I don't want you to look at there. So, okay, you're between. I hope she's doing okay. Anyway, okay, so that was my card on Friday. Here's our mail call. Let's see what we've got. Okie dokie. I went to the mailbox today, and I'm sorry I did not mail the packages because it was the day after a holiday, I guess. And there were lots of people in line, and I just couldn't do it. Look at this pretty from the Macias family in Oregon. Very pretty. They're fairly new to the show, but they've been very active, and they were real creative and artistic, and so it's real fun to have them joining in and contributing cards. This has a really cool, this is a great background paper. I got to say that was a good choice. They've got really a nice embossing folder on both the background and this. These are embossed also, these pretty butterflies, and they have inlay or something. Maybe they're just embossed, but then they've got all these little jewels in them. You think that's valuable? I wonder if that's got some value. Anyway, and then they've got the thanking of you, and it's gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous card. And then they wrote a sweet, sweet little note. They've got it. I like how that is, where people put in a thinner piece of paper. I always think it looks like it's real fancy that way. But thank you, Ronnie and Max, for sending that and that sweet, sweet note. It's very, very well received. Monica Taylor, my goodness, my goodness. Not only did she make this live on Craft Roulette 116, she sent it to me. I didn't realize it was a 5x7. I thought for sure it was like an A2, and that was really a lot of stuff crammed in there, but it really makes much more sense as an 5x7 card. And it is super cool. It's just super cool. I had no idea it was going to be, it doesn't translate as well as it does in life. So that's something to consider. And then I got to watch her in the replay. I watched it make this, and she's just quite the grunge. Oh, I know what I was going to say. She signed it Grungy Hugs. Very clever. Thank you, Monica. I was still kind of concerned about that saying condemned. Lou Ann Johnson probably had this done before the show, before she even mailed it. But this is a cool card. Look at this that she sent me. We see the 3 flaps pretty often, but oftentimes this little piece will be going this way instead of this way. And it's also very often cut. And so this is cool that it is folded. I'll just open it up. I should have made this one tonight. But there it is. It's cool. It's got, I'm examining it a little closer now, but it's just a piece of pretty cardstock. Pattern cardstock. You don't mind if I dissect it, do you, Luann? And it is, there's the 12-inch. So it is like almost 12-inch. She just has a little bit cut off at the end. So it's almost 12 inches, or is 12 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches. Fold down to 1.5, fold up to 1.5. And then she's got a backing on it to give it support. Very cool card. Well, let's get this done, and maybe we can try this. I'll put this out here so we don't forget. Because that's a good one, Lou Ann. Then we got a box. A sweet box and a beautiful card. Look how pretty this is. And now we can close it so you can see the inside. By Lynn. Make sure I can get the right one. Lynn Sanders, because I got this last week. Lynn Sanders sent this pretty card. That is a really nice die cut, and the way you did it was really smart. You could have used this. Gosh, you could almost have used this on the show last week, because you've got the ribbon. You've got a card with ribbon. You could have put a little water droplet or something, and that would have almost do a little ink edging, and you would have almost had a card for the show. Team Purple is right. And, when you open this up, she even has the detail of the inside frame, which is above and beyond the Call of Duty. So that's just a lot to learn from right there. If you want to make something that's really special, just pay attention to those details like that. The extra frame, the layers of matting, the opening, and then even the detail on the inside is just really, really, really nice. And thank you so much for your sweet note. Now let's dig into the box, shall we? Yeah, it's right up your speed, or right in your wheelhouse, Judy. Okie doke. So, our viewers send in goodies for the goodie bags that we give away each and every week. And that's cute. That's cute. Going that way. That'll be fun. Here we have the Golden Gate Bridge. For real. What is it? It's It's a die that can both cut and emboss, so I'll be darned. Well, that'll be cool for somebody. Somebody will love that. Oh, that would have been good for when Daniel was there with the rain or any water kind of thing parameter, but that's a cutie. It's real cute. Got a little embossing folder. Nice. Tim the Holtz. Has he? Tim, I think he's probably arrived at the one word fame too. Cher, Tim, Ardith, all there. That's a nice one. A stamp set, a background stamp with just chicken wire. I like it. And some stickers and background paper. That'll be fun for somebody to play with. They're really cute. Really cute. Some stickers. Somebody's going to love those. Some other stickers. Somebody is going to love these. Man, they're going to just have so much fun getting this. And some paper samples. And a stencil. Oh, I know people that would love that. And a cuddle bug. Wow, look at those little tiny tags. Little dies. That's going to be super fun for somebody. And some road signs. Oh, I wonder if road signs would be a good parameter. That'll be real fun for somebody too. I would have loved to have those at one point in my life, but I'm okay without them now, but they're going to go on to somebody else. But thank you so much for that little box of goodies. It's going to be wonderful for somebody to receive. Very, very nicely done. Shout out time. Oh, I've got notes. I want to give out some shout outs because we moved the we don't really say anything on Craft Roulette when we go through the cards because we have so many cards, and if we start and talk about it, Mr. Producer he knows I won't shut up. So I will start talking about, I'll do dissertations on and orally defend every card that I see. So he said, no, you can't do that anymore. So they put me on the timer and zip my lip. And so it's real hard for me to just walk past all those things and go, oh, there's a zero hero. I have thought about making signs, but I might miss some. And so these are all problems. Anyway, we do, and we put it on a permanent spot on each episode, which I like a lot, the achievement board that you can find on each and every episode now. But we do want to give some special attention and say, well done, kiss your brain, to some first-time contributors for 116. These are all from 116. And that would be Kate Garvin and Norma Garrett. Welcome to Craft Roulette. It's really fun that you send in cards, and you have sent in more now. So that's even double fun. So thank you, and keep on sending them. We'd love it. Our zero heroes are people that have sent in enough cards to get a zero in their number, multiples of 10. And we have Tammy Williams, who, if I would have thought, how many cards has Tammy sent in? I would have just been, maybe a couple. But she's already sent in 10. That's really fast. And they're good, too. So one of our zero heroes at the 10th level is Tammy Williams. Congratulations for our 20th zero hero milestones. We have Brenda Anderson and Barbara Weber. Very well done, ladies. And for our 50th zero hero milestone this week, we have Deanna Roqueford, which is just remarkable. 50 contributions is a lot. And that I don't ever want anybody to think that's not a lot, because it is a lot. When I start talking about the leading ladies, it doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot. And I think it's so exciting that you would do that for us and inspire us all that many times. It's very outstanding. We do have our leading ladies, and you guys could all say it with me, couldn't you? Patty Beck sent in her 111th for episode 116. This is a consecutive streak for her. She's never missed a week since episode 5. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis is actually very close with 94, and it's all consecutive too. She didn't miss a week. Even when she had back surgery, she made it to her card stash. And she always makes remarkable projects. We've got 83 submissions by 5K Le Monde, sometimes known as Elisa, but I like to call her 5K. 83 is just outstanding. We've got 81 with Kathy Herring. Congratulations, Kathy. That is just a remarkable achievement. We have 2 lovely craftettes that are tying for our 5th place, and that is with 77 cards, which is just a remarkable number. Jackie Muller and Smurf Murphy, who is not blue. So, thank you so much for all your inspiration and carving time out of mostly of your weekends to send in a card and inspire us. It's very, very dear to us all. You can see all their cards on the achievement board on episode 116. I don't think we didn't have a Club 52 member on that show. However, there are three, count them, 1, 2, 3, process videos that you can enjoy. One by Mary Moisen, one by Carmen Brexma, and one by Sire Anderson. So they're all on the website, craftroulette.live, episode 116 on the menu for that show. Yeah, that's all I have on that. Episode 117. We are working on that tonight, the parameters. We enjoyed a new guest, Max. Max, the furbot, actually, and his human, Desiree Coomerly, and mostly Desiree, though, because she was the one that made the card. But Max was right with her loyal companion. We all loved meeting Max. But we had a lot of fun with them. We had 4 parameters. Didn't stump us, did it? Which one did you guys like? Is that? Yes, the leading ladies are hardcore addicts, and we love it. It's a good addiction. I think I got it bad, too. We had 4 elements. Let me see what they were. Card with a ribbon. Colors, we had neutrals +2. There was a little bit of grumbling because we had neutrals +1 the week before. Just a second. Bah humbug. Random, we had ink edging, which excited Desiree because she's a grunge kind of girl. And then for element, we had water. What you guys did to the element water. Are you ready? I was going through it and just breaking it down. There's 5K, and it was remarkable what you did with that parameter. You did techniques, you did things with water, you did places with water, you did states of matter with water, you did critters, of course, we always have to have some critters, and you even had people involved with water, like pirates, swimmers, jumpers, fishers, ice skaters, and then that hard to categorize one, mermaids. I don't know, where would you put them? Yeah, ribbon wasn't hard. You guys didn't seem to, when I was going through them, ribbon is not something that isn't on my radar much. And so I didn't even pay attention to the ribbon very often unless it really stood out as a part of the element. But mostly I just looked at your water element because it was so interesting. Techniques, you splattered, you used watercolors, you had a watermark, you had printed paper that was watery, you had waterfall card, Ellen Card Monkey did that one, splats, you had ink, you had watercolor paper. That one's pretty sneaky, isn't it? Yeah, it's just watercolor paper. That one I'm just glad to see that you had that explained. For things with water, you had cans, watering cans, vase, watermelon, Janet sit away. You had watermelon, a water bed, April Palmer, that was awesome. Rain, an old washing machine, water drop, just a water drop. So I was looking at water drops on the internet the other day, and they have some really fantastic pictures with reflections in them. And I wish I had the skill to recreate them. Maybe someday. You had coffee, tea, and Jen Zay. You had water stored in a cactus. Cracked me up. I really enjoyed it. I thought you just did a super great job. The places for water. You had oceans, fish bowls, beaches, pools, lakes, glasses, And I like the drinking glasses. And even a wishing well, Jackie Muller, that you hoped had water in it. States of matter. Now, that one cracked me up. Mr. Producer said that you talked about it during the show, and I hadn't caught that. But there was liquid water, there was solid water, there was snow, ice, and even an igloo. There was even a smelting snowman. Deanna Hiltbrand, very clever. And of course, we always have animals in our cards: ducks, octopi, fish, flamingos, seashells, otters, cats, sea turtles, pelicans, frogs, whales, sloth, maybe more than one sloth, and hippos. Did you know that the word hippopotamus, here's your little science geeky thing. Hippopotamus means river horse or water horse. So that was a very appropriate animal to have on the show that week. And then we had a questionably sober mouse, Smurf, and ape, and Patty Beck brought in a robot in the shower. I honestly laughed out loud when I saw that. It was absolutely wonderful. So, stinking great job, you guys. I mean, when there's 127 cards or something like that, you're going to have a lot of variety, and we got it this week. And to quote Vicky Ruda, "Whale done. For whale done." Bravo. Kiss your brains. I love it so much. All right, tonight. What do we have going on here? I know, Deputy Heidi. Her card was just hilarious. It was wonderful. How many people noticed the upside down bow? I don't think I did. I tied a ribbon in a bow and then had to take it off the card. Cordelia, I didn't notice. If you hadn't said anything, we wouldn't have known. Hippopotamus in Swedish is river horse something or other. Flodhäst. Well, so you did know that. That's very good. We're going to talk, pardon me. We're going to do a little card with a water technique. It's nothing particularly grand, but I thought it might be kind of fun. We're going to start off with an ombre yellow, orange, red combination using distress oxides, which are water reactive. And then, hopefully, yes, then I have a water brush here that has water inside it. Have you ever noticed the many ways that people say water? Water. There's the old movie way with the transatlantic accent or something. I can't remember. But they say water. Water. And then I used to know a fellow from Maine, I think he was, and he'd say water. And my mother would say it. It's a very distinct way. Anyway, I digress. So I've got this watery, I wonder how I'm saying it weird. I have this water brush, and it's wet, and we're going to just draw some lines and make a plaid from it. So we're going to start at the top. And I'm not going to worry about it being straight because that would be too hard. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off. Keep it wet, wipe it off. Go over about an inch. I'm using my grid. Do start at the nice soft top. Otherwise, you're going to get red up in the yellow. And this one, for me, it helped me a little bit. Water. It drives you crazy. I know, it's a kind of a deal breaker sometimes. I like to just leave it on the table. The little hill, this part, I just rested on the table. So that I know it's still not going to be straight. This isn't a real fat water brush, but it's not real skinny either. We'll go ahead and just dab that off. So we've already got the starts of very, very subtle lines. Turn it the other way. I will be sorry if I don't wipe it off. Since this is what, it's just kind of fun to do some watery active fun on this week of water. Water. That's right, Deputy Heidi. Water. All right. Got that. And there we are. We're already have a quick little design. You could do all sorts of things with this. You could do little boxes with Copics, pencils, colors, crayons, whites, blacks, darks, whatever you feel like. You can also do this in any color combination, Kerwin or Ferg or Boomer's hair, any color combination that you might like as well. Of course, it's always a little bit easier if you do an ombre if you're doing a blend like that. But if you were going to be grungy, you could do some grungy stuff and do it all in browns and such. Ooh, under a flood warning. Oh, dear. So we're going to use this as our light line. I wonder, we probably could do, I wonder if it would come up if we do it more. I don't think it's going to come that up anymore, but we'll just be scientific and test it. I don't think it got any lighter. It just got wider. Water. Cool, clear water. Let that dry just a second. Then we'll come in with a Copic. I'm just going to grab some scratch paper. And draw some lines right on the outside of those white lines, or those lighter lines. They're not white, but lighter. If you wanted to make this real precise, it would look different than mine. Let's just say that. And go for it. You could also do ombre changes with the Copics and go to orange and yellow if you wanted to also. Or do a reverse ombre, but the yellows would probably not work down there, come to think of it. But you can always try it. I always say, always try it. Especially if you know this, you have another piece of paper that you can use. Pardon me. Then I've got a number 10 jelly pen. I probably should be looking at that Copic line a little better. But I don't want this pardon me, in the white line, so to speak, if I can help it, because that won't have as much contrast. I want it in the full-fledged color part of the card. But I'm not going to stress about it. That's pretty subtle, but it's kind of pretty. Come right along that and do it right next to the red. That would be more pattern or more contrast. I love a good grid. I think it's because I'm Scottish. Everything that looks like a tartan makes me happy. This would be quite a tartan. No Spartan tartan here. Okie dokie. Then I have a small little fruit. Just a little fruit here. I'm going to go ahead and do some masking and stamp some of this little fruit. And it's just going to be red on red. It's a different red. It's a different company. It's not Distress Oxides. It's not oxides at all. And it's going to be changing around. I'm not going to worry about it being too much this way or too much that way. I'm going to cut this line out. So I'm not going to even do it on there. We're just putting a little bit of interest in here. Good old Post-it notes. Oh, your grandfather has pure lines. My great-grandfather came over from Scotland, as did my great-grandmother. Pretty cool. There, that's all I'm going to do on that. I am going to do a little trimming. For one thing, we want to make this just 4 inches. So I have this little guy. And too careful, I think. Didn't quite cut through. There's so much stuff on my trimmer right now. And then we'll cut this guy out. I started just with taking an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and cutting it into fourths. So there would make it would make some A2 size cards. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy down on an A2 size card at the bottom. And then this is going to go up at the top. And so we're going to leave a gap right here. Let's just see how this looks. But inside that little gap, we're going to stack some just plain white cardstock. As soon as we get some. Oh, there's some with some embossing on it. But that's not what we're going to use. Okie doke. So I can just take this guy and a wee pencil. It looks good, huh, Teresa? Thank you. And I'm going to cut a strip. Oh, there's all that stuff on my trimmer again. Okay, so it's ended up just being an inch. So I'm going to do it an inch by 4 inches. And I kind of wiggled when I was cutting that, so they're not all 4 inches. So we'll trim you. This is the one that's a little too long. Well, I guess there's a couple of them. It's okay. Bloopers included. So this is what I found to work to make sure that we had the right placement on there. I have 3 that are cut at the same time. So they theoretically should be the same. So we'll go ahead and just stick that on for the bottom layer, and then we can stick this guy at the top. So actually, let's go ahead and load this up a little bit more. This doesn't matter what kind of, you can use another adhesive if you like. Of course, you can do whatever you want. It's your mask. It's your project. Then we have this one left. And I think it was kind of funny. I had this one piece of paper left, and I found a stamp. I thought, oh, that would be a great sentiment. It didn't fit. And I almost stamped it anyway. Dang it, just to be a little bit ornery. But I thought, this is pretty bold, so let's give it a bold sentiment as well. It's got to have something to stand up against it. There's a glue booger. Okay. And then I pulled out some twine that I got at my paper boyfriend's house. I went to my paper boyfriend's today. Just for a minute. Good to be there. Wrap it around a couple times and do a nut. Whoopsie. Poke myself. That's going to go right there, but we'll go ahead. Oh, nope, I want you. You know, a really fine crafter would go ahead and do some extra bulk right here to offset this guy. Oh, I'll show you. I'll try my darndest to be a real fine crafter. Ain't easy, girls. I'm trying to be impressed. I want you guys to be impressed with me. Just why she's a real fine crafter. It's not going to be as tall as that though, and so anyway, it's going to be a little bumpy, but not as bumpy as it would have been. But now I got to come over here. See, you opened up the kettle of fish here by being a fine crafter. Go ahead and just make a little shim. I'm really just not a fine crafter. Brother. Oops, that one's sticking out. See, a fine crafter wouldn't have had that sticking out. Then we'll go all the way from stem to stern. Get this nice and stuck down. But it is kind of nice to do pop it up like the Jennifer does. Except now this guy is a little bit over. Yeah, so a little bit over there. So it's okay. We're just going to take a deep breath and move on. Then we can put this guy up there, and then we don't have to worry about it being actually measured correctly. It was pretty darn close. It's because I'm a fine crafter. And there you have a pretty little card. You can always do some fun things with adding some glitz and glam. Such as that, but I think that's a pretty simple card, and it didn't take very long, and it's kind of bright and cheery. I hope you like it. What do you do with this little guy? Well, you could do many things, I am sure. But what I did with it was added some pattern paper behind it, matted it with some white because it didn't have enough contrast without it. Just blended right in too much, and then just did a little tree on it, tied a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, and it actually got a little bit smeary looking because I'm not a fine crafter, and but it's fine. Added some little Nuvo drops and some white gel pen, some Copic, and did a little bit of this thing with the green brush. But it's very cheerful, and you know, that's not a bad card for somebody that just used one little piece of leftover, I think. So fine and fun. That is. There's also, I did this one, but I think I'd rather try to see if we can figure out that fancy fold. And this one was another one, and I instead of brushing the colors, I just swinked them on some paper, and then took a water brush and just did the circles by hand, and did the, you can probably tell, did the fruit by hand as well. But I kind of like it. It's kind of primitive, kind of chunky and funky, and then brought in the white pen and did a little bit of pops of brightness, because that just helps everything a day go better. So that was that. Let's try this. I'm quite curious by this. We can at least figure out the measurements and see if we're right. Oh, good, Teresa. I'm glad you got your handmade card with an itty bitty gift. It's always a pleasure. Paper that we'd like to use. We'll try this one. It's kind of dramatic, but it's good. Okay, so how is it? This right size? You betcha. And I'm assuming this is 5.5. Hey, Crystal. Thought I saw a card monkey. I did. Hi, card monkey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. This is a card that I got from Lou Ann Johnson. And it's so cool the way it folds up. So I thought we'd try it real fast because we can. We're here. Let's do it. So it looks like the first fold is at 4. The second fold is going to be at 8. Which I'll do at 4 again because this isn't big enough for that. Then these guys are going to do a little, it's going to be, what? You recently saw one like this? Oh boy. Let's see how far down we go. She's got a little pencil mark there. Good for you. That's smart. I think I said it was 1.5 inches. Dang, I remembered a number. Okay, so let's go ahead and go 1.5 inches. I feel like Ted Knight, you know who Ted Knight is? He was on Mary Tyler Moore Show. When he would get nervous about something. And so, okay, so you've got 1.5 inches down, and you're going to go from this corner to that 1.5 inch spot. Can we do it on here? I don't think so. That is not my favorite tool. I don't know how you do it with that. But we've got this old honker. And I'm going to use the trough inside here. Or on this cutting edge. Where'd the things go? There it is. And so we can put one corner in the one trough edge down here. And, okay, we'll try it this way. I don't know if it'll work either way, but we're going to keep trying. So we're going to put it up there in the corner. This guy's got to be in the trough, so I'm going to put my finger on, this is very scientific, putting my finger on that little mark, going from this corner, always start at the behind, under, not at the edge, but go up and then down. Oh, Luann, you are so clever. And then same thing, we're going to put this little fold, the 8-inch fold right here on the trough. Find the trough again. There it is. Fingernails work. Fingernails work. And then it's going to go right up here to this edge. And it folded down and away. Oh, dang. That's not bad. Look at that. Oh, my folding's lousy, but there we go. Just adjust it a little bit. There we go. There's one. Ooh, that's cool. Then we're going to come back down here. There's my little mark. Find the trough. There must be an easier way, but I don't know. Maybe there's not. There it is. I can feel it. Okay, so that's good. Do that again. Right to the corner. This is about as precision as I can handle. I wonder if there's a easier way, one way or the other. Is there the trough? There. Oh, there's a good idea. Put the ball of the stylus right there and then run it over the cutter, and then it just drops right into that slot. Oh, brilliant. That's good. And then down to the fold. And then this is going to go that way too. Right? Nope. This one goes up. Woo! Okay, this one goes in. This one goes down and away. See, you don't have to be afraid of cards. Just do something. Just get in there and do it. That's fun. That's very cool. And then how did she decorate it? She decorated it with a beautiful little cluster. Put a little thing here and then put it on a backing. So it would have some sensibilities. But that's it. That's cool. Well done. Thank you, Lou Ann, so much for this card idea and for the sweet sentiment as well. That's cool. Did you guys get it? You can do it. Well, let's look at these lights one more time, and then I'm going to say goodnight. This was one we made last week. Ta-da! There's that little girl. She's turning on lights to make sure that there's not a bear outside. This was my 116. These are from Pear Blossom Press, our spin sponsor for the month of June, our first spin sponsor. This was the 3B, and I still may end up making one of these on Fun University. He needs another eye. Let me show you this thing that I was doing. It's a halo, and so you have 6 lights, and it all goes toward the center. And so the idea was that this guy has a fish in his belly. And so he's at the doctor's office, the vet. I suppose this guy has to hook on there somehow, the fish. And then you get these, like the X-ray. That's what it was supposed to do. But I just haven't quite figured it out. So maybe, yeah. Can you tell that's a fish? Maybe I can put the fish on there. Just a little bit. You know, he might just need a little nose noodle that goes off, and that's what a craftsman would do. Let's put a little nose noodle on him so that I've got a little piece that goes out to the side. Come here, darling. You could do that with acetate. You could do... Nah, you couldn't do the X-ray with acetate. I was thinking of making it a shaker and all sorts of crazy stuff. There. So if he's got this fish bone in his... Straight out of Tom and Jerry. And then maybe right over here too. Maybe I need another little tail noodle. And that will keep it right on the surface. Yeah. That'll keep that fish right on the surface of that. Then it will be popped up. Then this will be popped up on the back. And, ooh, I better put this away. Okay. And then the, does it look like an X-ray? Can't see the fish well enough. Maybe this is just too dark. Maybe I'll have to take that off. Well, that was my struggle, and it's kind of like, have you seen the fish? Let's go to inside your kitty. But it's a fun idea. I just don't think, maybe I got too much black. Okay, I'm agonizing over something that really isn't that important. But at the same time, it is important. Okay. It's a cute cat, though, right? Yeah. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. That's right. Yeah, cute cat. All right, so that's my That's my conundrum. I couldn't quite get that to work. So maybe someday. Maybe someday. Let's say thank you to our patrons. We are thanking our patrons so very, very much. And that silly Vimeo, or I couldn't get my embedding done, my video service to work. I don't know what was. And Patreon was down this morning. So, but everything is, except for the Monday mixed media thing, which is really good. I think you'll like it. There's all sorts of cards. But I did give you the stills, but there is a video with it too, and I'm still waiting for the service to work. It'll come together. And polls are up. Questions for Lauren Taylor is up. Lauren Taylor, don't you peek. And what else is coming up? Let's see. Tomorrow morning, the patrons will have a new retro challenge. I already have my card done. Do I? No, that was last week's. Was that last week's? I don't know. And a good thing I have a spreadsheet. It's always a spreadsheet. I do more spreadsheets than I humanly should. Class notes, including the measurements and things like that, will be up on Fun Universe on Patreon for Fun Supporters Up. On Thursday, Lauren Taylor and I believe Abby will be joining us. She has done a process video with her mom before. And I think they will be a cute little pair to have on the show Friday. Lauren has not missed a contribution since she was on in September at number 78. And so she's a friend of Craft Roulette, let me tell you, but she's a busy, busy girl. Saturday, we have scrapbook game. I know, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. I love it. So I look forward. Oh, last Saturday, holy smokes, that was a lot of fun. Our 2-hour Zoom call ended up being 4 hours long. But it was so fun to meet so many new friends. I think there were 24 of us on the call, and it was just a real treat to spend some time with you. Thank you so very much for being patrons and spending time with us. Yeah, I got to meet Linda Gorman. That was neat. Your votes are in. Well done. So anyway, we'll see you Friday. Thank you, patrons. Look at all you guys. You're just awesome. Time to kiss your brain. I did some measurements. I'm pretty excited by that. Don't be afraid of paper. Go tackle it. Show it who's boss. You guys, we'll see you Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Every day is fun day. Take care. Bye-bye.